Hello, everybody. This is a Lamley Sunday showcase. Call this a bonus showcase this weekend. You are looking at the 1973 BMW 3.0 CSL race car from the upcoming Hot Wheels Entertainment Forza series. We've showcased this before, all of its premium treatment. And I thought, this would be a very good time to show not only this car and the other CSL 3.0 3SLs like it, but to dive into a couple other classic BMWs that Hot Wheels has done for today's showcase. This is one of the only premium BMWs we have. I can show you a couple other ones. One is this one, the BMW 2002 from the Heritage series. We'll get to that in a second. And the other one is this beauty, the 92 BMW M3 from the Hot Wheels Racing series from a few years ago. We'll get to that one too. I thought these were the three castings we could showcase today from Hot Wheels BMW castings. Let's start with that 3.0 CSL. All right. It is a pure race car. It is a beauty. This one was only released, last year, 2016. And while this isn't an official licensed livery for the race car, you can see that it is definitely homage to the 3.0 CSL race car with the trademark BMW red, white, and blue markings, light blue, dark blue, red. Racing on the side, I believe that number 68 would be an homage to the Hot Wheels founding year, right? Started in white, moved to black, changed the number from, let's move this tire in, from the 68 to 16, which I would assume means 2016. The debut of this has the Castrol logo on it. You can see one of the great things about this model, and one of the reasons that made it one of my favorites of last year, if not my favorite, is you can see that not only does the window piece stretch to the rear to make tail lights, so they didn't have to color those in, but it also stretches to the front to make headlights. And that way you can do all the racing deco on the top and on the sides and still have those cool brakes on the front and rear. Just an amazing casting. So amazing that Hot Wheels said, you know what, why don't we make it the Toy Fair car for 2017 to show everyone what we can do, and that's what they did. This is the Toy Fair car in a beautiful Spectraflame blue. This is the RLC level Spectraflame that they use, and you can see that while there are all those brakes from the headlights and taillights, they still tampo them. But that's indicative of a Toy Fair car, and obviously we showed this one when we did the Toy Fair showcase, about a week or two ago. So you've seen this model. The wheels are the only thing that I think left a little to be desired. I would have liked to have seen, say, these. That's why I was happy that the Forza model came out, but no complaints about that BMW Toy Fair model. It returned in 2017, once again in black, once again in that same racing stripe style, this time in a Castrol color, right? The green, the white, and the red. This one of the mainline versions might be my favorite, only because I love the lace wheels so much. And I just feel like every one of these models should have the lace wheels, and so many of the BMWs should have the lace wheels. Just looks perfect. I feel like they could have put them on the recolor of this model in 2017. Walmart exclusive Zamac. Same colors, the red, green, and the white. Number 7 and the Castrol, all there. Only in a Zamac color. I love that they did that chrome kind of plasticky part here on the base. They did the VUM base. So this model really shines. I'm not complaining too much about the wheels. I would have loved to have the lace wheels stay on there, but they went with the MC5. Still not horrible. Really, really, really cool model. One I am happy to have from the Walmart exclusives. Then, of course, you can see now that you've seen all, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 models together. I love that Hot Wheels has stuck to the racing deco. The similar racing deco. That may be BMW's request, I don't know. But if that's how this car always looked, I think that variations on this is fine. Variations on this style. Don't go to flames, don't do anything like that. Just don't make it up. Just keep it true to this. So the Forza version, I think wins only because of those wheels and the full deco. I'd put Toy Fair up number 1, but I would actually think this one's number 1 now over the Toy Fair. That is the first race car we're going to show. Speaking of classic BMWs, oh, wrong way. Let's start with this one. You're asking about maybe as you were looking at those 6 3.0 CSLs, you'd go, you know, orange is a color they could use on that, and they should, and I hope they do. And they clearly know that orange is another BMW signature color because they put it on the debut of the BMW 2002. Another classic BMW. I can just, looking at that car, you can just hear the hum of that motor as it's racing down a racetrack or your neighborhood, because, you know, some kid in high school had one because that was how I grew up. Beautiful, beautiful casting. This is one of my all-time favorite cars in general and one of my all-time favorite Hot Wheels. Now, we're going to walk through these castings and you're going to see one thing that just needs to happen, and I just hope that it does happen. That's the beautiful orange version. Nothing more signature than white with this racing deco on it. Look at the detail in the taillights without even any deco on them. There's just a ton of detail. Ton of detail in the front with the front grille. It's all there. It's just there's no graphics. That was in, I have no idea. What the year does it show it was made? It doesn't show on the base. Sorry, I'm just looking here. 2011. So that was been either 2011, 2012 that model debuted. It returns in the next year in this cool kind of green color. This time Hot Wheels is doing just a very simple deco on it with a side stripe. Kind of a cream colored interior. And then we saw it recolored. I like the green. I like the blue better. Recolored in blue. Now there's two ways to go with this car. One is to put a classic racing, you know, BMW deco on it like they did the first one, or to go totally clean. This is a model that I feel like Hot Wheels should take it, go with this blue, forget the side stripes. I know it looks better in the blister because you can't see the front and back, but put rear details on those taillights and put front details on the headlights and that signature BMW grille. I would love to see one. Then, you know, put the little emblem there on the front as well. The blue one came in actually several variations. This is one of them. So you can see that the first one that I showed had the chrome MC5s. This one goes with the white-lipped MC5s. There's also an OH5 version, which is the see-through wheels. I don't think I have an example with me. So there was a 2 or 3 wheel variations. You can also find this BMW with the windows put in backwards. It happens quite a bit, I think, just because of the square style of the windows. It's easy for that mistake to be made. That's the blue variation. Then I mentioned the premium. Here it is. Looks really good with those wheels, with the I would call them like a Trans Am style. You can say Watanabe, but it wouldn't work on a BMW. Really cool, simple deco, but notice the front, no details, and as it whips around to the back, bummer, because this model's awesome and those wheels are perfect. I say. This should be in car culture. So Hot Wheels, are you listening? And I know they are, because I don't know if they're watching this video, but I have said this to my friends at Hot Wheels several times. Put the 2002 in a car culture series. It needs it so bad. Put a classic racing livery on it, and then put headlights and taillights on it. We need to see this done. Such a great casting, and we've never seen front and rear details on it. That's as close as cool as come. Here is one from the BMW Walmart series. Blank taillights, cool side deco, yellow lipped MC5 wheels, cool hood deco, no front graphics. All right, I won't just descend into full complaint. But when you got that Heritage version, that was Hot Wheels Heritage. Remember, they traded red lines. This one here, sorry, I got ahead of myself. Red lines and then Real Riders. I was obviously from the Real Riders set. They just didn't put those side deco on there. Okay, so this would be the last trio of models that was released. I think this was last year. 2016, I think, is when this one was released, in black with the blue interior. Again, blank on the front, blank on the back. Still nice, clean deco. And it was cool to see this one go Zamac. It even looks better. Well, this Zamac version's great. with that little racing side on the racing deco on the side, the stripes on the front and rear. Black interior looks good. Walmart exclusive. So that's the second Zamak BMW we've seen, and then recolored in white to finish this car off. Didn't need the red-lipped MC5s. I would have just gone with chrome or black. Just all black would have been even cooler. So I'd go without the red lips. But other than that, looks good. That's the BMW 2002. Car culture, guys. Car culture, car culture, car culture. Last model I want to show. And another just great BMW casting is the 92 BMW M3 E30. This is one of those cars that when I see one, I don't see them very often anymore, but when I see one of these driving down the road, I stop and just stare in awe as it goes by. This is from the Hot Wheels Racing series. This was a model that barely made it to stores. Walmart had canceled its order. This one ended up showing up in Brazil and in Canada, and it was very difficult for U.S. collectors at least to track down. But oh boy, was it worth tracking down. This is the debut of this casting. Notice taillights, BMW emblem, racing stripes here on the side. The very cool 5-spoke reel riders in gold. Very brassy gold, I think. Black interior, and of course the front grille done. This model is tremendous. One of the best premium models in my collection. Looks car culture-y, right? Very much a premium, classic premium model. Obviously, we've seen this model. Oh, you know what? Hold on. I forgot, because there are a couple other versions of this model. I'm like literally sneaking behind here to pull them out of my wall display because I totally forgot about them. This is what happens when you do a showcase and you realize, oh, I forgot a couple. Done. I was going to say, this is the only premium version, but I was like, no, there's more premium versions. I just forgot it's in car culture. It's just too bad they're in the car culture where, sorry for that long delay, car culture where, well, we'll get to them. This was the first mainline version the year after. And I'll tell you, I like this one even better than the first one. Now, the first one I have to probably rank higher just because of the premium treatment and the cool reel riders. But gray, simple style. I know the front and rear didn't get done, but I love the gold lace wheels on this. They tend to forget about the lace wheels on these BMWs. They should just put them on all the time. We haven't seen it on the 2002. That may not work, but on the CSL and on this one, just keep it going. That looks so good. That was the first main line. Then it was recolored, right? Yeah, recolored in blue. The PR5s actually work really well on this too, because it looks like a proper early 90s look for this car. So it looks really good. You can see that it went, well, it's hard to see. There you go. When the glare comes off of the windows. This one has a roll cage. You'll see that that disappeared a little bit later. I have a wheel variation on this one. That's the MC5 wheels. Doesn't look as good as the PR5s in my opinion, but still a variation. You can see that one looks nice with the MC5 wheels in blue. Then it returns the next year in red. That's not the same deco. You may think it is, but it isn't. So you can see this one has kind of a simple stripe to it. This one has two stripes. PR5s are back. Hood stripe is different too. You can see that one's just plain black. There's the hood stripe on the blue and on the silver from before. Looks really nice. Now look at that as it rolls around. You can tell that it has, it's very hard to tell actually. There's a roll cage in there, but there isn't one in this one. Another, you can find the MC5 wheel variation on this one as well, but this one has no roll cage. I think I ended up giving away my MC5 wheel variation to someone who really wanted it. There also might have been a white-lipped, oops, sorry for the bump, a white-lipped version. So that is the roll cage, no roll cage versions. Roll cage was gone by the time this model became a Kmart exclusive. How nice is this one in white? white-lipped PR5s. Just awesome model. This one really showcases how nice the casting is, I think. Even side mirrors on this one, which you don't see very often on Hot Wheels. So that was the Kmart exclusive. Then it just vanished for a long time. Then we've seen it. Now I may have this a little bit out of order. This is from that same BMW series that was released at Walmart. This time more of a pearl white color. No front and rear tampos. Deco's pretty cool. Has the M on the M logo. And then a BMW inspired deco. We'll say that with those colors. Looks very good from that Walmart series. And lastly, those two Car Culture versions. This one is in Euro style, I believe. It was the second batch released in Car Culture after Japan Historics. It also debuted the new lace Real Rider, which I like. I especially like it here. This casting is fantastic. This version in as a police car is also fantastic. You can see the roll cages back. I think you can. Might be hard to tell. The only problem is, like, without that, at least the front deco, it just looks a little blank in the front, which is a bit of a bummer. But I still like it. Still like it quite a bit because I just like this casting. Then we saw it just recently, right, in the brand new Modern Classics line. A lot of you have expressed your opinion on this one as well. I love the BMW racing stripes going diagonally across. That's very much a BMW style deco. It does have the BMW emblem on the hood, but no headlights and taillights. Looks really good with the new Aero Real Rider. But man, if this just could have gotten front and rear deco. If it did, I think this becomes one of everyone's favorite Car Culture models. Especially in that set with the Mercedes and the Porsche. Just such a nice set. So this one I think leaves a little to be desired, which is a bummer because everything else is perfect about it. It's just clean. There you go. That is the BMW E30 M3. We already did the 2002. We'll just go ahead and go back to the car that inspired this whole showcase. We're 17 minutes in, so we should probably shut it down. But there you go. Very, very nice BMW castings. My feeling is we will see a lot more in the future. It is a very rich and fruitful relationship right now with Hot Wheels. It's exciting to see. All right, guys. Happy Sunday. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Bye.